Hey there, YouTube. Today, we're going to go over your comments. I had a question yesterday. A guy was asking me, M&P or PDP? Which is the most bestest? That's what he wanted to know. And I came down on, they're close enough in terms of capabilities and all. Just get the one you like. And I think there's a lot to be said for getting the one you like. I think that's going to motivate you to practice. You're going to, be a little more emotionally invested in your experience, hopefully, if you get, the gun you like and you think is cool. There you go. All right, a few channel notes. I'll put a link down in the description to it, but I was on a larger podcast called Dalton Fisher. A lot of new viewers are here because of that. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below if you're interested in seeing that. Let me just make sure I do that. Yeah. All right. There we go. I'll make sure I link this in the down below, so you can take a look at that. It's pretty long form. It's like 2.5 hours. I don't really remember what I said on the podcast. It was recorded a couple months ago. I had to like fly to New York and then do it and then fly back in the same day. I was pretty tired, and like I said, I don't really remember it that well. But it's out now, and you can watch it if you're interested. Couple more reminders. New book, Baseline Dry Fire, that is out. I'll put a link down below for that. And registrations for next year's classes are starting to happen. I'll put a link down below for that as well. If you go over to Practical Shooting Training Group, you're interested in some classes, you can take some. Next class with openings, Rifle Pistol with Nick Young, Velux Training Group. That's here in Arizona. Okay, yeah. Oh, there's one other thing. People who've been following the channel, like the camera in this room, in this office, is typically really shitty. I got a little bit sick of it, so I pulled a different camera, stuck it on, and yes, I do like this camera better. I think I'm going to keep using it. So I took my travel camera out of my laptop bag and installed it on this computer, and it's this is the deal. I'm going to stick with this. And don't worry, I ordered another one to go with me when I travel again. So we should have good image quality now. You have good image quality, good microphone. What is even happening here? What is going on? All right, let's go through your comments. When I say, hey man, get the gun you like, there's a lot to be said for that. See what you guys had to say. Ben, I'm thinking of switching fabric softeners. I've been thinking of Downy or Snuggle. Tell me how to feel. And that was the top comment on the video. And I think, there's a lot to be said for that. Basically, guys are asking how to feel because they don't want to buy the wrong gun. But I think a lot of people understand getting the gun that you actually like is going to help you. It is going to be good for you. And if you feel like an attachment to it, that's probably a good one to get. All right. Now this guy was switching from a Glock to either an M&P or a PDP. So here it is. He's probably abandoning Glock because he lets online influencers think for him. Yeah, so Glock has been taking a lot of shit online. I mean, a little bit for me, not really. It's more like confusion. Like, what is happening? They've got the V thing out now, and they discontinued a bunch of stuff except for law enforcement, I guess. And now there's Gen 6s. It's like, it just seems weird. Like, what's going on with Glock? I don't understand what they're doing. Yes, getting a new gun. He's probably just bored. Is peak consumerism and heard and seen rampantly in the gun world. Most important question to answer is why. Yes, I mean, a lot of people, especially in the gun world, like to get bored and buy new toys. It's a double-edged sword. Some part of it's good in that you want to, try something else or train with something. It's a little bit bad, of course, in that you can just get on this endless money-wasting thing of trying to get the next widget to make you better. All right. Get the one you want and you will be happy. That's a quote. Yes, this is true. This is the answer I've given 100 times. I used to work in retail and still do to a certain extent, but people all the time are asking me which one. What's the best? What should I buy? And it's like, you're sort of asking the wrong question. None of them, Glock, Smith, Walther, etc., are any better necessarily than one another nowadays. And it generally comes down to pick the one you personally like better. The amount of times I've told people it's Ford, Chevy, Dodge is getting up there. Sure. I mean, I don't think all those guns like Glock, Smith, Walther, I don't think they're all like equal quality or like I would have nuanced opinions about different parts of them or whatever. But the fact is, that stuff doesn't matter that much. I mean, if the guy's like, hey, I like this one, I want to practice with it, that's going to be the most important thing. Ben, I just watched a recent podcast you were on. I thought it was really good. You should do more things like that. It was interesting hearing more about your experiences. Yeah, I don't do many podcasts or outside media things. It's not that I wouldn't. It's just I've been, there's much for me to do. Much to be done for me. One thing the dude needs to consider is the availability of replacement parts. Joel put out a video not too long ago talking to a Walther rep about people's complaints on not being able to find parts for their PDPs, particularly OEM. If this guy shoots a lot, that's something to think about. Yeah, I think the PDP parts thing is going to get solved. Like the thing I've heard, the guns don't break that much. Well, I can tell you the guns don't break that much. So I just don't think they had a big demand for parts, but I've heard they're going to do something. They're going to get parts out there for guys that want to have spare parts just in case something happens. I don't think there's a big case of guys with broken Walthers that can't get parts. I don't think that's happening. Maybe it is. I started moving away from Glock a few years back when the Walther PDP came out. I shot it so much better out of the box than into my Glocks. I just couldn't stomach Glock anymore. Yeah, well, that's fine. It's a good thing, right? If you're like, hey, I like this one better. Okay, well, you should shoot that one. That sounds good. Sounds like it solved a problem for you. Great take from you, Ben. I worked in a gun store part-time for a good 8-month stretch and got sick of the customers with too much money and time on their hands asking me what guns they should throw $1,500 at. I had to explain over and over I cannot necessarily tell them what to buy as it's their money and they should get what they like, even if I give my opinions. What works for me won't necessarily work for them. Yes, this is true. I mean, you can tell them what you see from behind the counter, like what guys complain about or what they end up not liking about guns, but at the end of the day, it's their decision. Your answer is where I'm at now. Shot Glock for years because they were the most reliable gun around, though I never truly warmed up to them, and shot other guns more accurately than Glock. Okay. Tried every major brand of striker gun over the years and settled on the 320. FML, I know. I love the 320. Fits like a glove. Oh, buddy. This just did not go a good direction for you. I shoot them incredibly well, and it's an adult Lego set, but with all the BS with the 320 now, I'm looking to move away again. Yeah, no shit you are. I've been a fan of the USPs and the 226s, and I'm looking at switching over to DASA for full-time. What are you talking about? Man, yes, switch guns. Get away from the 320 if that's what you want to do. Seems like a good idea. Did you move or something? No, I didn't move. I wouldn't do that. PDP needs an aftermarket recoil system. M&P needs nothing. Glock sucks, so dude is making a good decision giving it up. Wow. I'm not sure I agree with any of that. Like the M&P that I've got, it's got an aftermarket barrel. I think that makes it a lot better. I like that. What do you mean the M&P doesn't need anything? All right. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to stand by it. Get the one that you like. Try the one, get the one that you think is cool, and maybe you'll actually practice with it. That seems like a pretty good way to go.